Imagine living 10,000 years ago. No banks, no coins, no credit cards. So, how would you know if someone in your tribe was rich? Would it be the guy with the biggest cave? The one with 10 wives? Or maybe the one who owned the most rocks? Turns out the answer is way weirder than you think, and it might just change how you think about money forever. Okay, so first, let's go way back, like 50,000 years back. Back then, humans lived in small groups, hunting and gathering. And here's the crazy part. Nobody really owned anything. Like, at all. If you killed a deer, you didn't keep it all for yourself. You shared it with the whole group. Why? Because tomorrow you might be the one who catches nothing, and you'll need someone else to share with you.
So in these early groups, there was no rich person. Everyone was basically equal. The closest thing to status was being a good hunter, a good storyteller, or just someone people liked. You couldn't buy respect. You had to earn it. But then something changed everything. About 10,000 years ago, humans figured out how to farm. And this is where things get wild. Once you can grow your own food instead of hunting for it every single day, you can suddenly have extra. Leftover grain, leftover crops, surplus. And surplus means one thing. For the first time ever, some people could have more than others. So how did ancient humans show off this surplus? Here's where it gets weird. The richest person in early farming villages wasn't judged by gold or cash. It was judged by livestock. Cows, goats, sheep. The more animals you had, the richer you were considered. In fact, the word capital, like financial capital, comes from the Latin word capita, meaning heads, as in heads of cattle. Crazy, right? But here's the part that really messes with your brain. In a lot of ancient tribal societies, being rich didn't mean hoarding stuff for yourself. It meant giving it away. There's actually a term for this. Anthropologists call it the big man system. In these societies, the wealthiest person was the one who threw the biggest feasts, gave away the most food, and helped the most people. Basically, the richer you were, the more you were expected to share. Imagine that today. Imagine if being a billionaire meant you had to throw a free party for your entire city every single month, or people would stop respecting you. Wild, right? Okay, but eventually humans needed something easier to trade than literal cows. You can't exactly carry 5 goats in your pocket to go buy bread. So humans started using shells, specifically cowrie shells. These tiny, shiny shells were used as currency in parts of Africa, Asia, and the Pacific Islands for thousands of years. The rarer the shell, the more it was worth. People literally had shell wealth, and the person with the most rare shells was considered rich. Other places used different things. Whale teeth in Fiji, giant stone discs in Micronesia. Some of these stones were over 12 feet wide, and people couldn't even move them. They just knew who owned which stone, and that was enough. So basically, rich used to mean everyone agrees you own a giant rock you can't even pick up. Make it make sense. Now, here's where it gets a little darker. Once humans started having surplus, extra food, extra animals, extra land, guess what also started happening for the first time? Inequality, jealousy, and conflict. Archaeologists have found ancient graves where some people were buried with tons of valuable items, jewelry, tools, even servants, while others nearby were buried with literally nothing. This is some of the earliest evidence of social classes, the haves and the have-nots, and it all started right around the time farming began. So basically, the moment humans figured out how to grow extra food, they also accidentally invented the rich-poor divide. Oops. Let's recap what actually made someone rich in ancient times. Number of animals you owned, amount of land you controlled, how many people depended on you, workers, family members, even slaves in some societies, how much you could give away in feasts and gifts, and in some places, literally how many giant shells or stones you had claim to. No bank accounts, no stock markets, no net worth on a screen. Just stuff you could see, touch, and sometimes eat. So next time you think about what makes someone rich, just remember, 10,000 years ago, it might have just meant you had the most cows, the biggest feast, or a giant rock nobody could move. Pretty wild how much things have changed. Or have they? If you want to see what else ancient humans got super wrong, hit subscribe, because next time we're diving into something even crazier.